Hey, it's your buddy Peace and Harmony with you here today. Zooming in on the experience of flashbacks, the intrusive thoughts that occur after exposing a narcissist or psychopathic relationship. Oftentimes people experience a very, very distressful and uncomfortable phase once they are emerging and separating from a overt narcissist or a psychopathic relationship. This takes the effect of flashbacks. Flashbacks meaning where the mind is constantly replaying the painful episodes. The mind is constantly playing back the hurtful statements, the hateful judgment, the condemning actions, the situations where one was abused verbally, emotionally, psychologically, or physically. So those events begin to replay more and more in the mind. This is termed a flashback, which is also usually coupled with incessant thoughts, which means the mind is constantly questioning, trying to come to and arrive at homeostasis. It's the natural function of the mind to resolve. It's the natural function of the mind to get some sort of answer, to work cohesively, hand in hand, side by side, with the logical as well as the emotional side. So it is this process of a flashback, which is in essence very close to a post-traumatic stress disorder symptom, where someone who has experienced something so traumatic, so life-threatening, so annihilating to the personal self, so depersonalizing and so brainwashing that they process it in terms of a very unwanted feeling, a very unwanted thought, a very unwanted sort of emotional experience where they replay it again and again. Essentially, it's the mind trying to come to terms and equalize it out, rationalize it out. This is a natural homeostatic mechanism. So really this emerges once, it's very frequent after one emerges from that situation, as well as those incessant thoughts that come unwanted. Sometimes it comes in the form of nightmares, or dreams where you're constantly seeing the person. You're constantly experiencing their presence in the form of dreams, which is your unconscious really sort of trying to put forth the images and work through and process it and try to absorb it into the emotional and rational mind. So how to really work through this, how to really become comfortable or identifying it so it's no longer really plaguing you. The flashbacks really, again, is a natural, organic way of processing, so you do have to allow them to occur. However, the creation of a new image, which is pictorial in nature, combined and coupled with affirmations, which are verbal statements, are very effective at resetting that subconscious mind and keeping that image in front of you, which is a pleasing image, which is an empowered image, which is not that which is the role which it was you were subjugated to or traumatized by, coupled with affirmations, together help to reset and rewire the brain itself, which we call neuroplasticity. The work of Dr. Joe Dispenza is very powerful in this regard. He works with people who have also experienced physical illness, and he's helped them to utilize the power of their mind actually to create incredible, groundbreaking healing in terms of and epigenetics to really get in the DNA of somebody to reset itself in a natural homeostatic mechanism, which is really very quite powerful and is be able to have quite documented healing where much of, even times where Western medicine has failed in terms of surgeries, medications, etc. Louise Hay is also a forefront in this pioneer of this area. the utilization of affirmations and visualization to create integrity and wholeness and healing within the person, even on a physical, emotional, and spiritual level. So on a physical level, you have to understand the mind reacts very powerfully to an image. So that's why we have this great art, and we're able to be consumed by this incredible painting. For example, think of an incredible painter who you really are astounded by. You're in absolute awe. For example, the great impressionist Monet. I mean, what incredible work! All the various colors and the various strokes all coming together to create this 3D kind of hologram image, which is a blending of his skill and his emotion, which is indelibly created in his canvas. Some of them massive, some of them smaller, but you're able to see the image there, and you're able to be drawn into that image and feel that the beauty of the natural sunlight and how he incorporates the sunlight, how it might reflect off of a magnificent cathedral and capture the mood. So in other words, the mind, the subconscious mind, really resonates with a image. So powerful is that of a visualization. So it is very important to have a positive image, physical image, which is able to be there in dispelling that negative flashback and that incessant. So one needs to incorporate not only an actual physical image to dispel the flashbacks and the incessant thoughts that are negative and confusing and disruptive in nature, and then couple that with the affirmations that begin with I am. There is no more powerful statement in the human race than I am. It begins right there. That is the core of identity. Those words, I am. Speak into existence your reality. I am. I am magnificent. I am wonderful. I see the truth. I know the truth. I am emotionally strong. I am emotionally victorious. I am talented. I am intelligent. I possess my own intelligence. These statements that originate from the I am is where this needs to come in terms of coupling the message, the physical image along with the statement. Needs to be repeated again and again and again. And what this does is it actually rewires the mind. This is how the subconscious works. This is how it likes to work. This is understanding really the healing process of how emotional healing takes place, the cauterizing of the emotions, the healing within, so that the pain is essentially healed over through a new emerging of the true authentic self and the true identity, which is not the lie which a toxic wound had been inflicted. So that is understanding that at one's core does take time, it does take practice, but it is indelibly healed when one gets in touch with the I am statements. And I am harmonious. All the statements that you are, that you own, originate from that. I am creative. I am talented. I am a master chef. I am a master business person. I am an entrepreneur. These I am statements, which are to be individually crafted per person, are the true resonance, which once you iterate those, which means you speak those into existence, it begins to flood your body with the resonation and the reality and the feeling. So once you're able to speak those into existence, your body then becomes that. I know that this is complicated, and I know that this is advanced work. But one must understand that I am then creates the reality and then the emotion, which then creates on the epigenetic level the DNA which floods your body, which causes you to become that. So for example, let's go to the example of Monet. Let's just use maybe a common person that we all might know. Monet, the French Impressionist. So the very prolific artist who is a purveyor in the Impressionist movement. The gentleman himself possessed the I am an artist. Okay, so therefore he was able to go and create. He knew the tools of his trade. He knew his passion was to work with light and to see how light affected the haystacks, how it infected and reflected off of the cathedral. He was able to capture the moods. So he was able to engender this and own this, and this became his personal reality. Now, knowing that to be the case, if he were to receive the criticism, the berating, which all successful people do, him knowing his I am, he was able to basically shrug off the criticism. He was able to dispel the sort of negative comments that were to come his way, because he knew his I am stronger than the criticism. So I know that this is a long video, and I know that this is complex. You might need to replay it. You might need to actually customize it for yourself. But it is very important for you to really get to grip with these couple things: the effect of the positive image with the coupled with the positive I am statements that work together cohesively to create your positive identity and help you dispel the negative brainwashing, the negative flashbacks, and the negative gaslighting that has affected and created that flashback syndrome and that unwanted and incessant thought syndrome. Peace and harmony with you here today. I hope these videos help. Please do help those people in need, and please share and please subscribe for more great tools, videos, discussions, and support.